In Northeast Florida, there's a good look at TIAA Bank Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Jacksonville Jaguars. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Set up, 60 outlaw.
54. All day,
go.
Any day.
Again.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
90, Wolf.
54, Mike. I don't think you got it, sir.
Spine. 6'6", bullet high. Ready.
A shotgun give to Fournette. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Throwing on third and long. Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
You got tight. Right there.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on second and 13. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And some space here. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A huge play there for Denver. 43 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. On first and 10, it's Lindsay. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
Now, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Here's a second and 7. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. From 19 yards away, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Down.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. He's going to look deep down the field. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big pickup of 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Thomas the intended target, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Fournette. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Ready, go.
On 4th down, Herbert. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Second and 4. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. Ties LT with his 31st touchdown of the year. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make the score 14-0. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays.
And caught out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. They'll run on first down. McFarland. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
On the set.
54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I hope you brought your record.
Ready?
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on fourth. They're going to try a second time. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on fourth down. They're going to try and throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. On first down, Lindsey, and some room to roam now. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Phillip Lindsey, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Broncos push further out in front.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to... Under pressure, they got him again.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Looking to throw on second down. Herbert, they'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions, even when you're taking some hits. Sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's more. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. They go quickly here out to Moore. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
60 Pittsburgh.
Let's go.
To throw on second down. Herbert. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 6.
The Jaguars on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Herbert. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. And this is caught. He hits Moore. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive here, 2nd and 11. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. Touchdown, Jaguars. In for the score as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Obviously, Brandon, they couldn't get it all back with just one score, but that touchdown chips into the lead, and now it makes the comeback a little bit more manageable.
No problem there on the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A good pickup there at 22. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a carry for Lindsey. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Here's 2nd and 8. Flushed out right. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
First down, Broncos.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. There goes a deep ball in. And that is caught. And the record is his. It's a touchdown. Point after try forthcoming. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. Fournette, a first down carry. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. This quarterback now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Herbert. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Here we go on 2nd and 12. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Go. Go.
Go. Go. Get it.
Looking to throw. Herbert to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. Brings up 3rd down and 4.
Here we go. Here we go. 10-2 stop. Hey, foxtrot. Ready, ready.
From the gun on 3rd down. Herbert. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando. That's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, he shifts past him. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
That last run, pretty monumental, Charles. He just toppled 15,000 career rushing yards.
And that just leads me to a question, and even before that, a tip of the cap. How about that accomplishment? But just think in your life, what have you done positively 15,000 times, right?
I haven't driven 15,000 yards, let alone ran for 15,000 yards.
That is phenomenal. Congratulations.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Here's more on the return. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Danny. Now.
And his pass incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, you need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Herbert. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Herbert, quick slant, caught by Moore. His big game continues. 10 catches now, and another 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Fournette on the counter. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
8 yards on the pickup.
They'll run it again with Fournette. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 3rd down, McFarland. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. On 1st down, Herbert. And he's going to find his go-to man so far. That's Moore. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Jaguars get a score closer. Extra point safely through, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10 at the 9-yard line.
Anytime you field a kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And got his man complete. 20, 10, 5. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. 91 yards. And the Broncos push further out in front.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, They give up a touchdown one play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. A running play on first down will get 4 up to the 29. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
At the 29-yard line.
Looking to throw. Herbert. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line. 95 catches for him now on the year, and it's a first down. They'll run on first down. McFarland. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there for Jacksonville, and a first down as well. Back to throw. Herbert looking long for Thomas. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Herbert. Thomas has got it. Complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 35. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
15-1. That's how we do it.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And Thomas has it. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Something we're seeing more of with the rise of the run-pass option. A legal man downfield, and that's going to back him up.
Come on, set. 30 base.
59. So don't say nothing.
Off play action. Herbert looking deep downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Big stop, let's go.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
23 yards the pickup there. Well, I'm sure he likes this performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the fourth quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see, and other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. 2nd and 5. Complete to Jones. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 27-yard line. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. In for the score. And the Broncos push further out in front. They had the lead in the fourth, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they do the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. 2nd and 13. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. It'll be a gain of 6, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Herbert. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. They go play action here on first down. And he'll get that to Fournette complete. Give him 3 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's the 2nd and 7. It's caught at the 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point right down the middle. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And the Broncos are going to get the football. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. He'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is going to be incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Now whistles here. And I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Back to you. Check 43.
Hey, seam 6.
Operating from the gun. Herbert gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
A 5-yard gain brings up 2nd and 10 at the Broncos' 41-yard line.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front put it.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars get a score closer. Extra point splits the uprights. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Broncos are going to get the football. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. Well, here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there, almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Phillip Lindsay His second TD of the game and 18th of the year. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for him.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. To throw on third down. Herbert. He goes full extension, and he's got it. A nice gain of 21 yards. Throwing on first down. Herbert. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
His guys take over first and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here."
Big win here as they move to 11-4 now in the year. And they will head back home next week.